What's up, guys? This is Alexis playing, and we need to go either there or take the other mission, which is this, to find... Oh, this is on Groundbreaker too. Wow, Groundbreaker is so popular. This I'm quite not sure yet. And what about this? Now that the station has been secured as a holding of supplied salvage. Well, that's Groundbreaker too. So let's go to Groundbreaker. And we need to finish up a few missions.
The Groundbreaker has approved our request for docking, Captain. You're free to disembark.
I hope they did. Let's go with the same two guys. Guys and boys. This creature is so disgusting. But I like how they move. So, let's go to Sublight first. How do we call him? Yeah, Sublight. Sublight HQ. Maybe I should fast travel, but yeah, I'm fine. Space's choice. Alright, music in the elevator. A classic. There you go.
Finally, a base of our own. Soon we'll have eyes on every corner of the system. Well done, Captain.
Give me the money. You'll also find some automerc salvage awaiting new orders. The base had scientists in suspension tanks. Some might still be alive. Yeah, let's go with number 1.
I'll have those dismantled. You can never be too careful when moving into someone else's territory. Aside from the automated security, did you meet any resistance at the station?
UTL gunship buzzed the station, but I convinced them to back off.
I knew it. They've been shadowing us since Monarch, maybe even longer. I've been less than honest with you. Your assignments weren't strictly about the salvage business. You might have figured that out already.
I'm a wise one. Is this about your cloak and dagger warnings?
That's right. Up until now, I've kept you in the dark for your protection, and more importantly, mine. But I'd like to think we've earned each other's trust. After the Monarch job, I started connecting the dots. I didn't like the picture. Then what we found at Station 1084 confirmed my fears. You and I have stumbled onto something big. Something none of us were meant to know.
The truth about the human tailbone? You had my interest, now you have my attention. Alright, let's go with number 3.
Glad to know it, Captain. Ask yourself why a skeleton crew was studying that Alta Vitae gas in secret. Ask yourself why stockpiles were hidden on a planet full of monsters.
Well, I'm guessing you have an idea, or maybe they were just hiding expensive research from pirates like Sublight. Good question. Let's go with number 1.
Before we go any further, I want you to keep an open mind. Can you do that for me, Captain?
I guess that depends on what you're talking about. This had better be good. I can do that. I can do that.
Aliens. I'm talking about aliens. They're the ones responsible for the deaths at 1084, and who knows what else. We have to put a stop to it.
I knew it. Aliens from other worlds been visiting Halcyon.
At least one of your crew can keep an open mind. But this isn't some Aetherwave serial millstone. This is reality.
I need proof. Really? Say nothing. Say nothing.
Hear me out. I'm saying it's aliens. I'm not asking you to like it. I'm not even asking you to believe it. But I need to act on this threat to the colony, and I can't do it alone.
This doesn't feel at all right, Captain.
Damn, she's serious. Tragic, ain't it? What age does to your mental faculties?
The crew is skeptical. That's good. I don't want you walking into the unknown with blindfolds on. I assume you have questions?
Show me the proof. A few.
If we're gonna see this through, I'll need your trust and commitment. Now's the time for setting doubts aside.
And now tell me what needs to be done. When you say aliens, what are we talking about here?
Conspiracy. One carried out with the help of human collaborators, assuming they haven't all been replaced. This is an invasion of our very cells. That damned gas is mixing our nucleon with Halcyon biology to twist us, change us, make us more like those monsters on Monarch.
I haven't seen any evidence of aliens. I joined Sublight so I could do crimes, not save humanity. Let's go for number 1.
No kidding. That's how they want it. When I lined up the evidence in my spreadsheet, there was only one possible conclusion looking back at me. This is my data talking, not my anxiety or lack of sleep.
How do you know I'm not an alien spy on a mission to silence you? Tell me what I need to be done. I really don't know what to make of this, Lilya. Let's go with number 1.
Sharing my findings took a calculated risk. If you were a spy, I doubt you'd even realize it. Only your cells would know.
Although that I am from a spaceship that was forgotten. Cross your eyes. We're coming to get you, Lilya. Now tell me what needs to be done. I really don't know what to make of this. Yeah, really 4, yes.
If you don't believe me, go pay a visit to the puppet master who's working against her own kind. Dr. Chartrand is the crooked psychopath behind the gas experiments. She sold out her species, and I need you to put a bullet through her skull.
I'll go talk to her first. Murder isn't covered under my contract or employment agreement. Why does she needs to die? Let's go. 3.
She's a research scientist and a damn good one. Before UDL poached her, she engineered a 0.2% increase in cystipig juiciness. Now she's doing the same thing with humanity. Her fingerprints were all over Station 1084. You saw what she did to her team. Your concern for the fate of our species is admirable. Why did Sublight get so principled? Let's go with number 2. You've got me all wrong. I just want to add Savior of Humanity to my resume. I've got ambitions outside of this office, you know. Besides, this way Sublight gets first dibs on alien salvage.
Okay, it's all about the salvage. Now it makes sense. Sounds messy. Murder is not in my contract. Why does Chartrand fit into your alien conspiracy theory? Science. The lab I passed through didn't seem that evil. Let's go with number 5.
Do you usually come across innocent people trapped in suspension tanks? Because some of us would call that excessive. Remember, the tanks were just the shit she left behind. Just imagine the experiments she carted off to her next lab.
Where is the next lab? So let's go with number 3.
We're far beyond theories. Chartrand's logs, the gas, the suspension tanks. How much proof do you need? Wake up, Captain.
No, I need real
An
proof.
invasion needs collaborators working from the shadows. She has access to the board, unlimited funds, and a colony full of sheep.
Well, I need to think about this. Or, sounds messy, but I'll take the job? I have to think about that for real. So, I need to think about this. Number 5.
Don't think for too long. I want this business tidied up before anyone starts asking questions.
Yeah, maybe you're gonna do it. So, what else? So I'm not sure about that. Let's find Trask. He's right there. Or contact is. Yeah, stretch out. That's so cool, huh?
CNP near maple syrup. It's near this complete record.
This is Halcyon News.
Hello, Rosana.
You mind trying to have a moment here?
I'm looking for a guy by the name of Rufus Trask. I'm told he lived around here. I'll use Rosana Trask. Break is over. We need to talk. Let's go number 3.
Pleased to make your acquaintance, Ms. Contempt for Boundaries. Could you do me a favor and get spaced?
We got off to the wrong foot. I'm Alex. I'm looking for Trask. Let's go for 2. 1.
Rufus and I are no longer on speaking terms. I don't know where he is. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
What is that? Show her Harlow's emblem. If you know where Trask is, you want to tell me. Let's go with number 1.
That's Harlow's mark. No mistake. Guess he's not letting this one go. I don't want any manner of harm befalling Rufus. Not on my account.
If Trask put up a fight, it won't be your fault. Yeah, let's go with number 1.
All right, I'll tell you where he is. Just get out of here, please.
Oh, so she knew.
Rufus is hiding out in Emerald Vale. Got a few friends with him. That's as much as I know.
Is that sufficient to know where he is?
Not
More question.
inclined to answer your questions. Not after the way you talk to me.
Okay. You're right, I was rude and I apologize. Let's chime.
Yeah, all right. What else did you need?
You and Trask split up? How much do you know about Harlow? How tell me Trask betraying? Do you know anything about that? Let's go with number 3. Or number 2. No, number 2.
Precious little. He and Rufus worked together on the Groundbreaker some years back before he vanished. A few years later, Rufus gets a message from an old friend. Something about starting a revolution. Something
Sounds
about
common.
getting rich. Abandoned his work and ran off that very day.
Sounds familiar, Felix.
He must have been recruiting, gathering up his band of revolutionaries.
Word of advice, kid? Anybody carrying on about a revolution just wants to sell you something. I don't know Harlow. Never so much as bandied a word with the fellow. You're better off having this discussion with Rufus.
Let's go with number 2.
Only that Rufus is in a bad way. He came to see me a little ways back. Said he had to go into hiding. Never asked why. He was here to collect his personals, complain about Harlow to me, and say goodbye. In that order.
In that order. Okay. Thank you. Bye.
Appreciate it. No offense meant. Just been a long day is all.
So, confront Trask. On my ship. Because I think it's on a planet. Is it Terra 2 or Terra 1?
Ah, your face is a sight for sore ocular processors, Captain. Or rather, your headgear is.
What's wrong with my headgear? Let's go Terra 2 Edgewater.
We are now in orbit above Edgewater, Captain.
Cool. Do I need to... No, I can fast travel right away. Perfect. Oh, how do I get there? Let's go to the botanical lab, I guess. Alright. Let's bring those two. Ah, these are so weird enemies. The swarm is coming. So he's there. Oh, it's lower. So how do I get there? Everybody is still dead. That's great. That's a good sign. Oh, maybe in a cavern or something? Yeah, we're good. Just some little enemies doing nothing much. Where's the guy who died in electricity? Is that you? So it's there. How do I get there? Oh. Is that a cavern? Oh, I see a passage. Give me that. Oh, I didn't want that. So there's a cavern or a path. And we have some friends here. A lot of friends. I'm gonna reload that and shoot! There you go.
Best with the best.
Sorry, guys. Ooh, hello. Good enough. So, what do we have here? Oh, there he is. Okay, that's not that far. He has a little ship. A few guys. Probably that this is going to be better. And let's repair everything before this happens, just in case. Nice spot. Hey, what's up?
I don't know who you are or why you're prowling around here, but I'm willing to make a guess. You're one of Harlow's gun hands, ain't you? He sent you after me.
That's right, Harlow said you betrayed him. What makes you think I work for Harlow? Your wife told me where to find you. That's a number one.
Yeah, of course he did. Thing is, you and I are at an impasse. Harlow wants me dead, and I've got no intention of dying.
Oh, I thought he said he was hired to kill me. Why did you betray Harlow? Harlow wants you ring as proof that you're dead. That's all I am after. Let's go with number one.
How do I know that I can trust you?
That's the worst that could happen. Harlow sent a stranger with a gun after you. If I wanted to kill you, we wouldn't have this conversation. Let's go with number two.
Yeah, guess that's a fair point. Listen, I don't know what lies Harlow's dripped down your ear, but you'd be a fool to trust him. I never betrayed Harlow. Harlow betrayed all of us. The board's got him in their pocket, been paying him off for years. All that palaver about revolutions, it's a lie.
You're a real piece of work, Trask. Not just a turncoat, but a liar, too.
Go piss up a rope, kid. I've got nothing to prove to you. That's the whole truth. Harlow's just another board asset. A two-bit mercenary wearing a dissident's clothes.
You're asking me to take you for your words. Show me some evidence. I'm not going to kill you, Trask, but I'm going to ask you for your ring. Let's go with number one.
Yeah, I've got proof. There's always a paper trail when the board's involved. I chanced upon some correspondence between Harlow and his employer. I don't know that it makes a difference. What was I to do with that evidence? Bring it in front of the board? There's no authority in Halcyon willing to take Harlow to task.
So... if you got proof, let's see it.
I hid my papers before Harlow chased me out. Back in the middle of the base, there's an old vent in a utility corridor. I stashed my evidence in that vent.
Why would the board buy off Harlow? Number 2. What was Harlow doing with for the board?
Board sanctioned piracy. Harlow went after the ships the board wanted destroyed, capturing anybody the board wanted captured. If we captured you, we'd ransom you. Harlow liked to do the job himself. Gather up the captives on his own ship, vanish for a couple of days. Only that's not what happened. Harlow's been selling his captives off to the board. I don't know where they ended up. Re-education, Tartarus, maybe worse.
Why would the board buy off Harlow?
Because he's for sale. Anything the board can buy, the board will buy, and that includes loyalty. Harlow was a charismatic bastard, and he was ruthless. With Harlow in their pocket, the board had an informant, a pirate, a smuggler, and a gang leader all rolled up into one odious excuse for a human being. Sounds like a deal to me.
Alright, hard enough, I guess.
Take it you've made up your mind.
I'm not going to kill you, but I'm going to ask you for your ring.
You gonna tell Harlow I'm dead? May as well. I'm never going back to that life again. Here, take the ring. And for what it's worth, my gratitude.
Take care. Actually, I want to sell that ring. That's my real goal. My real goal here. Right. What was that? No, nothing. So I'll have to go back to my ship. Yeah, for the evidence. Everyone leveled up. Woohoo! Tier 5. Heal to 25% when this company is down during comeback. Heal back some health and continue fighting. Oh, that's cool. Why not? That's very good. Wait. What else do we have? When this company takes damage, they gain some armors for a short time. Okay. More duration effects. Let's go with that. That is what I want. The second wind. Do you have that too? Yes, let's do it. How about me? It's all about me. So, persuade, sneak, hack, lock. What did I had some conversation the other time. Can't remember what was it. Oh, it was intelligence, I think. Which is something I can't change. Yeah, intelligence and perception at the same time, which we can't really change actually. Yeah. All right, skills. I could go persuade to top it up. Right now, my 2 guys are giving me a lot of things actually. Engineering, science. Let's go to 60 at least. Enemy damage plus 25%, coercion damage plus 25. What do you have? Hostile effect duration on target. 25% chance to time your verb will become pristine. I want that. I want some pristine stuff. Alright, nothing else to do on this planet? Nope. And I kind of want to go there. It's gonna open a new chapter completely. And for that, honestly, I'm not sure what should I do. I don't think I'm gonna give that to Graham. He's kind of crazy. So let's go with that first. And that's gonna be another big decision making.
Captain, Felix and the Vicar are arguing again.
Let them. Is it closer to Stellar Bay? I think yes.
We're now in orbit above Stellar Bay, Captain.
Thank you. So I can go either place. Should I speak to him first? Amber Height? I'm gonna speak to her. To him, sorry. Borst? Rusts. This seems quite something. So...
The infamous Amber Heights.
Graham is there. And where is the girl?
Spacer's choice. It ain't the right choice, it's Spacer's.
Let's go around. How much stuff I have? I'm still good. I'm just gonna save just in case. And
Captain,
oh, there she
we
is.
should chat. Graham's got the right idea, but he isn't the right guy to execute it. I don't even think he's motivated by philosophism anymore. I think he's just guilt-ridden.
My thought exactly.
I can't believe I'm even saying this, but I keep going over and over it in my head, and the only way I see the Iconoclast surviving is we depose him.
What does that mean? I'm with you there. Let's go talk to him. And you'll run it in instead? Let's go with number 2.
Yeah. Hell, most of our people listen to me already.
I'm good with that. And what's next? What will you do when you're in charge?
Take Stellar Bay. Lick our wounds. Eventually figure out how the hell we're going to spread the word to the rest of the colony.
The Iconoclast may take your orders, but most of them believe in him and his teachings.
Sometimes you gotta do what's best for someone, even if they think you're wrong. Even if it's painful. When we're in Stellar Bay, they'll come around.
Fair enough.
I'm going to confront him. Can I count on your support?
Yes, let's go talk to him.
Okay. Deep breaths. This is what's best, Zora. Time to save Monarch.
Let's save the planet. Now the board will hate me again. Even more. But that's fine. I think some planets should be independent.
Captain, you must be back with the access codes to our new ship.
Graham, we need to talk.
We have work to do. This isn't the time for one of our spats.
We're not here to argue. We're here to act. I'm sorry, Graham, but Zora's taking over. Stand down, Graham. Number 1.
What? Zora?
You're running the Iconoclast into the ground, and I don't believe it'll get better after we take Stellar Bay. The troops take orders from me already, and you've brought me as far as you can down the eternal path. It's time to step down.
The troops? Listen to you. This isn't an army. They aren't soldiers. They're believers. Followers. They pick up a gun because you tell them to, not because they want to. And you, Captain, after all you've done for me, for us, you throw behind this mutinous blasphemer?
I know. She's got the best interest of the colonist at heart. Or you're about to take over a planet. You can't handle that responsibility. I just think she'll be a better leader. So let's go with number 2.
I can and shall. All I've done for my people. And look at where that path has led me.
Yeah, destroy an entire village.
I built this movement from the ground up. I've brought freedom to Monarch, and all these years later, we're still free.
I joined because I believed that you were in it for the Iconoclasts. That you wanted nothing more than to bring freedom to Halcyon. That you were selfless. But I know the truth now, Graham. I know what happened in Amber Heights. You didn't start this movement because you wanted to save us. You wanted to save yourself.
No.
Those deaths are on your hands, Graham. No amount of meditating will clean them. You ran. You needed a clear conscience, so you ran. You don't seem enlightened. You just feel guilty. Let's go with number 3. No, number 1.
I've spent years atoning for my sins. I've studied, meditated, taught. I built the Iconoclast so that any man could cast away his past for a fresh start.
That's your answer, Graham? You needed a fresh start? After all those innocent lives? I'm sorry. I believed in you once. I did. But it's over. Stand down.
I won't. What happened back then was a mistake, and the colony has moved on. This is my movement. These are my people. If you want to lead them, you'll have to kill me.
That isn't necessary. Not much of a choice here, Zora. Or let's get this over with. So let's go with number 1.
Please. Don't make me do this, Graham.
If this is where my path ends, I accept it. But as long as I draw breath, I will not abandon them.
Oh, we're gonna have a fight.
Incoming! That's the last of them!
Iconoclast, asshole.
Hey, my reputation went down. It should go up. Let's search for him. Oh, yes, nothing? The board reputation increased. Oh, really? That's interesting. So, give the model to Zora or to Sanjar. I'm still not sure about it.
Well, Captain, here we are. Killed a lot of people in the name of the Iconoclasts, and it never feels right. But this time it's especially wrong. You've got the... Void, help me. I'll never remember what that thing is called. The device from the ship. Do you have it?
I might. Hold on, I was thinking you and Sanjar could join forces. Yeah, let's go with number 1.
I've thought about it, but I think we're too far gone. Pulling Carlotta's support was crossing a line.
Sanjar has corporate resources you could use to spread the message. Yeah, number 2.
You know, Captain, I never thought about that. Maybe he could be taught the eternal truth. Spread the message from within the corporations. All right. If he's willing to talk, I'll give him a chance.
Let's try that. And it's a long shot, but I'll try. MSI and Iconoclast to to do this. Let's fast travel. Stellar Bay. Hopefully I'll have enough points in convincing for this. How much HP do I need? XP. How much more XP I need to level up? Oh, we can't see this. It's that bar here, but details. Oh my god, I need 200,000. All right.
Did you know Junlei, grown-up?
Miss Tennyson? Nah, she never looked my way. I knew of her, though. Who didn't? She was just about the busiest woman on the Groundbreaker.
What did folks say about her then?
Tough. Competent. Had a glare that'd stop you dead in your tracks.
Yeah. Let's talk.
If the Iconoclasts reach that ship first, there won't be any chance for a peaceful monarch. I don't suppose you've found the targeting module yet. I've sent patrols, but they're running into trouble with the Iconoclasts.
Could you agree to a truce with the Iconoclasts? It's all yours. Why do you need the targeting module? According to the ship logs, they suffered some kind of malfunction. Let's go with number 4.
That's surprising. The board's equipment is usually in top shape. After all, they have first access to any fresh parts or components.
Maybe it's slim picking for them too. Perhaps there's something deeper going on.
A conspiracy? You've spent too much time around Graham.
Speaking of him, why do you need the module?
Well, because the module controls the weapons systems.
I mean, why do you need a gunship's weapon system? Seems like your people should be able to handle this. So let's go with number 1.
Because once we mount them on Stellar Bay's walls, no Marauder or Raptidon will ever be a threat to us again.
Gotta hand it to you, Sanjar. That ain't a bad plan.
It's absolutely foolproof.
Not quite.
Stellar Bay will be as secure as any other settlement in Halcyon.
Just don't ask me to lung a bunch of cannons from that ship too. I don't know how Udale is going to let you keep their toys. Let's go with number 4.
The board's own salvage and recovery clause 32B would say differently.
And they won't dare challenge us over this. Not after the data you found on their experiments here.
Seems like your people should be able to handle this. What's so bad about the Iconoclast switching the gunship? Let's go with number 4.
Can you imagine what those maniacs would do with weapons like that? They'd wreak havoc.
You said that like it's a problem.
The board would consider us complicit in any of their folly. That would only get us ousted again.
And roll back all the progress we've made at reconciling with the rest of Halcyon.
Maybe things need a shake-up, 3?
This would be more than a shake-up. Even if they merely sat on the scraps, the threat of a bunch of anarchists holding a gunship would bring the full wrath of the board down on Monarch. We can't afford that.
Okay, just don't ask. Ask me about enough about the gunship. 5.
Good, because we haven't a moment to lose.
Could you agree to a truce with the Iconoclast number 1?
They're all mad. And what's more, they left us. I don't see any way for us to work together.
I've read your reviews, Sanjar. You can't do this alone.
Not this again.
Remember what we practiced, sir?
Yes. The words in those reviews were very hurtful, but they do not define me. I am a mantipillar, and my will is my cocoon. I can emerge and become whatever I wish.
That's well done. You're good with details, but you could use someone who sees the big picture. The people who wrote your reviews are the same type of people you deal with on the board. Pull your head out of your ass. Don't screw this opportunity up over your wounded pride. Let's go with number 1.
You too?
She has a point, sir, and it's not all bad.
Supposing you're right, who exactly would you have me work with? The Iconoclasts are not the most compromising sorts.
Zora. Zora leads the Iconoclast now. What about her? How did things get so bad between you and Nicholas? So let's go with number 2.
That's an interesting suggestion. I confess I don't know much about her except that she worked for Rizzo. I'd be willing to consider it, but I need to see her review first.
Actually, I already found it on a terminal in Cascadia. Let's go with number 1.
Very well. I can't promise anything, but let's see what we have here. Well, it seems like she's actually very qualified. All right. I'll have Celia organize a meeting in neutral territory, the old OSI church in the ruins. Meet us there, and we'll discuss terms.
Farewell. Oh, that's gonna be something. That's gonna be something. Well, there will be death, and well, hopefully not too much death. Oh, the Oasis Church. Where is that church? There. Okay, let's get out here. And let's get to that church. Do I need to tell her that we need to go to the church, or that's done already? I'm coming!
Always wanted to visit Stellar Bay.
Just kidding.
Taking the sights, the sounds, Wait, what's that smell?
Yeah, superb smell all over the place. Oh, here's the church. OSI Church. So we have an Iconoclast and an MSI commander. That's cool. Oh, what? That's so formal.
Hey, thanks for coming.
I wish I'd had more time to prepare a proper analysis on the costs and benefits of your proposed union, but I suppose we'll have to improvise.
That's the spirit. Sanjar, you have to scale it back. I don't have any time for nonsense from either, so let's just get this done. Let's go, that's the spirit.
Gotta admit, I really thought I was walking into a trap here. I'm ready.
Don't fret. The captain here is right honorable. Usually.
Sanjar, Stellar Bay's got food and walls. And my people need both. If you'll have us, we're willing to share the space.
Do you have any idea what that would cost? Why, drawing up the budget alone is going to take weeks.
We don't have weeks, Sanjar. Zora's ready to swarm the city right now. What if the Iconoclast just supported your supply lines? If you're going to draw up a budget, I'll appreciate a paycheck. Let's go with number 2.
Not good enough. I need to move a fair amount of my people into the city. We need shelter, Captain.
At least that's better than nothing. Or, I'm not saying live outside, just help out in the wilderness once in a while. Being stubborn about this isn't going to get you anywhere, are you? I'm sure you can find a way to make it work. Help out in the wilderness once in a while. Okay, let's go with 1.
Suppose some of our healthier folk could offer aid. Some of us need to stay in the city proper, though.
Captain, this might really work.
Truly, a compromise? I'm not sure I'd ever have heard as much from Graham.
Graham was a murderous fiend, and I'd be shocked if you didn't already know that.
Something tells me Shannon didn't know. Let's go with number 2. Yeah, let's go.
This feels like one of those times when everyone at headquarters but me is laughing at something, but you two aren't laughing.
Amber Heights, you haulhead. 10 years ago, Graham had all those people killed.
What? That's not possible. Even for him, that's going too far.
It is, we found correspondence between him and the pirates. Wasn't it convenient how they all just die of blocking your proposal? You're missing the big picture for the details again, but let's go with 1.
But that means... I had no idea, I swear. Look, we were both fed up with corporate leadership, but I never guessed he'd do something like that.
Mr. Nandi says he don't know a thing. I say we take his word for it.
No choice.
You can't take bureaucrats at their word. You back someone into a corner like this, and they'll say anything to get out of it.
So take it back a notch, or Sanjar, you're a leader. That means taking responsibility. Is this going to take much longer? Places to be. Sanjar, you're a leader. That means taking responsibility? Yeah, why not?
Very well. I suppose my ignorance is no excuse. I knew Graham for years. I should have done my due diligence and known exactly who I was working with. Surely you know what that's like.
Yeah, I do. Okay, if you're willing to house and supply some of us, I'll have our more capable soldiers help out.
I'm glad to hear it. I'm all for about this alliance. Let's go with number 1.
As am I. Oh, I can feel my blood pressure lowering already.
Thanks for coming out, Sanjar. Guess I'll see you at Stellar Bay.
Never doubted you for a minute, boss.
Cool. Please don't kill anyone. I have gained a soft speaker. Oh, is that for my ship? That is so cool. So is he going to walk there? Let's follow him. And her. So that mission is done. It's done. Cool. And is that part of the botch mission? Nope. So I think that's good for this video. I'll follow them until they go to their ship. And until then, not the ship, but the Stellar Bay, of course, because I want to them to get there safely. You know, you never know, monsters and stuff. So until then, guys, take care, and see you in the next video. Subscribe for more, and take care, guys. Alex out.
So what'd you think of the game last night? I still can't believe Armstrong ran the field from the Tuesday zone.
Yeah. Armstrong's really something. Nearly took a fella's head clean off with a tossball stick.
Yeah, well, he's a hacker. That's what they do. Rangers don't show a shred of mercy in a Darlings game. Bates got tossed out of the game for excessive sportsmanlike conduct in the third half. Serves him right.
Yeah. Felix, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what a Tuesday zone is. I don't know my tenders from my forwards. Thing is, I just don't understand tossball.
Hey, that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. I'll teach you all there is to know.
Great. That's just swell. Can't wait.